No one expected Katy Perry to drop a bombshell this big, and definitely not with a single Instagram carousel. But overnight, she did exactly that. Without saying a word, Katy made it official. She and Justin Trudeau aren't just hanging out. There's something more. Something close. Something intimate enough that fans stopped scrolling mid-swipe and asked, wait, are they really a couple now? And the deeper you look into those photos, the clearer the answer becomes. What Katy quietly revealed was more than a soft launch romance. It was a turning point, one that felt both shocking and strangely inevitable. But the story behind these photos goes way deeper than a cute selfie. It all started with a seemingly innocent Instagram post titled, "Tokyo Times on Tour and More," sprinkled with holiday emojis like it was no big deal. But the pictures? The pictures told a completely different story. Katy and Trudeau, cheek pressed to cheek, smiling like two people who've crossed the line from friends to something much more than friends. And then came the video, the one fans replayed nonstop. The two of them seated closely at a restaurant, sharing food, whispering, looking right into each other's eyes with that unmistakable spark. No flashy PDA, just quiet, warm intimacy, the kind that doesn't need words. But that was only the beginning. While Katy was touring Japan for her Lifetime's tour, Trudeau joined her, not for politics, not for press, but simply to be there. The carousel showed them walking through an immersive art exhibit, laughing, filming each other, moving like a couple who's learned each other's rhythm. To fans, it didn't feel staged. It felt personal. Soft lighting, candid glances, natural closeness, all wrapped into the kind of post someone shares only when they're ready for the world to see what's happening. But then the narrative suddenly shifted from romance to something much more official. Their visit wasn't all sushi dates and neon city lights. Trudeau had diplomatic meetings in Tokyo, and Katy was right there beside him, introduced as his partner. Former Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida himself posted the moment. The four of them smiling beside a Christmas tree, looking like a polished political couple. The caption? Even more telling. He referred to Katy as Trudeau's partner, not friend, not guest, not accompanying singer. Partner. A word that carries weight, especially coming from a world leader. And fans instantly picked up on it. Something that had lived in rumor territory suddenly felt officially recognized. But if Kishida's post raised eyebrows, Trudeau's next move sealed the deal. Hours later, Trudeau reposted Kishida's message with his own caption. Calm, polished, completely direct. Katy and I were so glad to have the chance to sit down with you and Yuko, he wrote. Katy and I. No attempt to hide it. No awkward explanations. No, we're just friends. Just a quiet acknowledgement that spoke louder than any Hollywood press statement ever could. And for many fans, this was the moment they realized. This isn't a fling. This is intentional. But the real story? It actually started months earlier. Back in the summer, rumors exploded when Katy and Trudeau were spotted together in Montreal. At first, it seemed too bizarre to be real. A pop superstar and a former prime minister grabbing dinner like it was the most normal thing in the world? Eyewitnesses said they were on a date. Fans online speculated that their energy felt too comfortable for people who just met. And this was right after Katy's split from Orlando Bloom, a breakup that left her navigating a new chapter in her life. Trudeau, meanwhile, had been separated from his wife, Sophie Gregoire, for a year. Two people closing major life chapters, suddenly spending quiet time together. But that wasn't even the biggest twist. Reports claimed Trudeau was the one who made the first move. According to insiders, he'd been pursuing Katy ever since their Montreal dinner. Rumors suggest he even flew to California during her tour break just to see her, a move fans described as romantic, bold, and totally unexpected from a former head of state. Sources told People that the connection was instant, effortless, natural, that Katy found him attractive, respectful, and charismatic in a way that surprised her. And if the whispers are true, friends say it was only a matter of time before the world found out. Which brings us to their first real public moment together. On October 25th, in Paris, they made what many see as their unofficial debut. Katy was celebrating her birthday with a night out at the iconic Crazy Horse Cabaret. When the show ended, the two walked out hand in hand, smiling, relaxed, and not even trying to hide. The paparazzi got the shot. The internet exploded, and the speculation caught fire. Still, neither of them addressed it. No comments. No confirmations. Nothing. Until now. Katy's Japan post wasn't just a cute travel dump. It was a deliberate reveal, one that blended romance, family-friendly warmth, diplomatic presence, and personal vulnerability into one narrative. The timing felt intentional. The intimacy felt real. And the reactions? Instant. Fans flooded the comments. Did we just get confirmation? This is the softest soft launch ever. Okay, but they look so happy. Power couple energy. People weren't just surprised, they were fascinated. Because this relationship is unlike anything Hollywood has seen in years. A global pop icon and a former world leader creating a connection that started quietly, grew privately, and finally stepped into the spotlight on their own terms. Now the world is watching. Not in the messy, scandal-hungry way, but in a curious, almost hopeful way. Because no matter what people think of the pairing, there's something undeniably compelling about it. Two public figures, both coming out of long-term relationships, both reinventing their futures, finding something unexpected together. Will this become one of Hollywood's most surprising love stories? Are they preparing for something bigger? Or is this just the beginning of a chapter we're only now seeing unfold? Either way, one thing is clear. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau aren't hiding anymore. And this time, the world gets a front row seat.